Hello, friends. 1031 days of war between Russia and Ukraine, and there is no sign of any slowdown in the intensity of war. Forget about a ceasefire. Though lots of underground diplomatic channels are open for this end. As far as war zones are concerned, in south on Kherson front, no changes. In Zaporozhye, however, Russians have expanded control zone in Nestor Yanka area. They have also advanced from western side in Rivenopol and Neschukene area. As far as Rozdolne is concerned, it is fully under Russians' control. Coming to east on Kurakhov-Pokrovsk sector. Kurakhov sector is almost under Russian army, which is advancing in western part of Kurakhov. It has already captured Trudeau and towards north of Uspenivka. In Pokrovsk sector, Russians have fully taken over Pushkina, Novotrotsky, Shevchenko and advancing further towards Pishanoe. In west of Shevchenko and Novitrud in eastern part of Shevchenko. Russians are advancing in general direction west and northwest towards Novovasilivka, Novoolenivka, Ukrenka and Petropavlivka to reach Pokrovsk. Toretsk Russians have advanced in southern city in Zabalka micro-district. Chasiv Ukrainians carried out a bigger counteroffensive and recaptured refractory plant as well as industrial area fully. Russians' offensive operations is on towards Novi district from northern direction. Siversk Russians are continuously carrying out offensive operation in Bilohorivka and Gray-Horivka areas, however, no changes. Coming to northeast Ukraine now. In Kupyansk direction, Russians expanded their control zone in Davorikna area and advancing towards Palestina district. Swatovo side, Russians advancing towards Zagrizavo in Kupyansk Swatovo sector. North of Kharkov in Volchansk, Russians have made some advance and also towards Zolosev. As far as Liptsy is concerned, no significant changes. In Kursk Oblast, Kurenivo district, Russians took over Novi Ivanovka fully. In Sudza district, Russians advanced outskirts of Gruglenkoe or Kruglenkoe. Fight is on in Ruskoye Poreknoe and Cherkaskoye Poreknoe since few days now. Interdiction missions continuing as before. Russians have been hitting targets. Many in Ukrainian regions like Kryvyi Rih power plant, Ukrainians too are carrying out massive strikes in Russian regions using long-range missiles. Now coming to Palestine, Israel, Middle East, in northern Gaza, IDF operations continues in Zabalia and Beit Lahia and Kamal Alwar Hospital. In central Gaza, IDF struck repeatedly Nusrat and Deir al-Balah, while IDF engineering works in southern Gaza in Philadelphia corridor continues. West Bank, no changes as before. IDF launched airstrikes in Yemen in two waves on ports and power plants. Houthis carried out counterattacks with two hypersonic ballistic missiles hitting targets in Tel Aviv. Syria, there are many factions, however, the major ones, the warring army terrorist organizations are HTS, Turkey-led Syrian National Army and Syrian Democratic Forces of Kurds supported by USA, will cause further deepening in Syrian civil war to the glee of Israeli Zionist regime. These and many other several breakaway groups of even Syrian Arab army, that was government army, will only cause more escalation, and that will be supported by USA. In South Syria, IDF operation likely to cause instability. Even the spillover can be seen in Iraq, Jordan. Let us wait and watch. As per the information, satellite pictures, etc., Russian army is slowly dismantling its bases in Syria, northwest or elsewhere. Sudan, Myanmar, the civil war is on, quite heavy between the rebel forces or terrorist organizations, you can say, but not in Myanmar, and the government led army. If there are People's Party, the revolutionary ones, progressive ones, who really need to get away and do away from these government parasitic military forces, they need to organize people. Unless the people, whether working class or peasants, are part of these parties, the army will remain unguided missiles and act for the imperialist powers. People's army, like we had Red Army in ex-Soviet Union till early 50s, is an example what I am saying here. Lastly, still there are not enough proof that North Korean troops are working in Russia, and that's all. Thanks.